Hello and welcome to the review of the second game of the Super 8 stages between West Indies and England. It was played in St. Lucia, a ground which has produced runs. It was played on the same pitch that South Africa and US played earlier in the day. It was England who won the toss and decided to bowl first on a good pitch. West Indies got off to a racy start. They were very steady through the middle, but then at the end they couldn't really finish off with the flurry. Three of the batters went on to score 35 plus, but none went on to get that big score which could have helped them to get to 200. 180 just felt like par score. They needed to bowl really well. Among England bowlers, it was Adil Rashid who was the pick of the bowlers. 4 overs, 21 runs, just the 1 wicket, but most importantly, he put the brakes on, used the wind to his advantage, bowled consistent lines where the batsman had to constantly hit into the wind, and that made it really hard. England, on the other hand, when they came out to bat, Buttler got off to a good start with Salt, but it was that wonderful partnership between Salt and Jonny Bairstow that completely sealed the game in England's favour. Batted very well, used the wind to their advantage. West Indies gave away some big runs, especially Romario Shepherd's 16th over. Salt took him down for 30 runs, and that was where the game was completely done and dusted. It was a clinical batting performance by England, who seem to have found momentum and mojo in the Darren Sammy Stadium, where they played 3 so far and won all 3 very comfortably. On a personal note, I actually felt there were 2 turning points in this game. One, when England bowled. West Indies was actually cruising. They batted well in the power play, got out very solid out of it. But it was when Adil Rashid was introduced that they completely came to a screeching halt at times. He made sure that the batters constantly hit into the wind, used the googly against the right-handers and the leg spin into the left-handers when the wind was with him, and the other way around when the wind was against him. Bowled a terrific spell, made it really hard against the likes of Pooran and Powell, who are good players of spin. Yet again, it shows that wrist spin is such a valuable commodity in T20 cricket, and England cricket depends so much on Adil Rashid to come good. Very clever bowling. And with the bat, when you look at the scorecard, yes, Salt was obviously the best player, but it was Jonny Bairstow. Walked in at 10.1 when Moeen Ali got out. And from the moment he set foot, you could see his intent. Batted beautifully, played some real innovative shots against spinners. One of his early boundaries was the reverse sweep against Gudakesh Moti. And a very clever and sensible shot considering how the wind was blowing. In West Indies, it's all about understanding where the wind is blowing and how you want to use it to your advantage. And Jonny Bairstow did that really well. Took on Alzari Joseph, hit him for a 6 and a 4 when it mattered most. And in the 15th over, when Akil Hussain came back, it was Jonny Bairstow who hit him for about 16 runs. He got a 6, a couple of boundaries, and made sure it was almost done and dusted at the end of that 15th over, because after 15 overs, all they needed was 40 runs in the next 5. He brought it down to that before Salt finished it off in the 16th over of Romario Shepherd's bowling. But these 2 moments where both of them walked in really helped England. Jonny Bairstow with the bat, Adil Rashid with the ball. Well, that brings an end to day 1 of the Super 8 stages. South Africa were pushed close by USA, but England coasted through to beat West Indies. At the Super 8 stages with 2 games done, England have a pretty healthy run rate. Plus 1.343 is what they've achieved. On the other hand, South Africa have got a run rate of plus 0.9. It's too early to speak about this, but the run rates could play a factor as the Super 8 stages roll on. And most importantly, don't forget to watch the pre-show of India vs Afghanistan on CB Live. Take care and have a good day.